spicy noodles.
I am so elated to see that the nudes is working. Ooh, latency is good today. Like 2 seconds. Maybe 3 seconds. Turns out I had not clicked a check box for the nudes that says redeem plays alert in chat. Just about ready. I think we're gonna let this run for a couple minutes. Let the old YouTube push it out there to some people, and then we're gonna get rolling today. Sibilance. I'm enjoying a few sips of coffee. Y'all think it's bad to drink hot coffee in one hand and ice cold water in the other? Alright, I probably made y'all wait long enough, ain't I? Let's take a I'm gonna do this little slider here, I think. Alright, I hear music. I hear voice. It looks like things are focused. I'm checking it on the TV over there. Looks okay. Let's swap headsets. Well, howdy, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Country Fried Minis. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different. I was talking with a community member in the Discord. I won't call you out by name. And we were talking about doing some scale modeling. If you're a member of the Discord and you've seen the scale modeling happen, you know who I'm talking about. But we're talking about maybe getting back on the Sunday game plan. And rather than diving back into that Zabungle kit for Sunday Gunpla, we've taken an informed decision to step into something a little less niche, I suppose. It's still kind of niche, but not quite as bad as a Zabungle kit. And I think we're going to be diving into this Zvezda BTR-80 kit that's been sitting around in my collection for like a year now. Random Combos with Cassie says, just saying hi. Well, hello. Iron Elemental says, oi, welcome. Bienvenidos. We're going to be diving in today. I am not an experienced armor modeler. And we're going to take it nice and slow, though I do have a completion date for this thing to look forward to. And we're also going to film a little bit of it. Because this is intended to be for a video project slated November-ish, like mid-November. So hopefully we can get it done by then. I'm thinking we're going to be blasting on this every Sunday till that point, where we build a little diorama featuring this model. Though honestly, that is contingent on whether or not the minis arrive. I picked up some 135th models to go along with this. And some of them are coming from overseas with long shipping. But anyhow, grab your coffee, sit back. If you got your own models to work on, make sure to check it out. Thank you for stopping through. I'm your host, Cameron, the country boy in the big city, and this is Country Fried Minis, and this is our first ever Scale Model Sunday. And technically, Gunpla is still Scale Model. So, expect more Gunpla stuff in the future as well. Okay, so, let's get this thing set to Pro Video and start filming. Yeah, let's do that. Let's move this coffee cup out of the shot. We're going to be starting on our Zvezda BTR-80A. The whole idea here is to represent the BTR from Escape from Tarkov. And this is not a BTR-82A, but as far as I can tell, the 82A is basically the same thing, just with a few like modernization elements. It's got like more advanced night vision, and like the mirrors on the side are a little different. But I think this is close enough. This will do the thing. And I'm also looking for, in the meantime, I'm also looking for photo etch kits to upgrade it. But honestly, I don't think they exist. Dirtpool says, Roar, hello, welcome. But yeah, let's get going here and cut this box open and see what it looks like. Honestly, kind of based on the pictures I've seen online about this thing, this model is very much not super high quality, so it's probably going to take some a little extra, maybe even some putty work and all that jazz. Let's get into this thing. See how far it goes. I think we're gonna run for about 3 hours today. Let's see what we can't accomplish as we dig into this Zvezda BTR-80A APC. Let's give that a further cut. Welcome, Grim. Hope you're doing well today on this fine Sunday. Today is Folsom Street Fair in San Francisco, and I need to apologize to one Mr. Nathan for not going down there and taking pictures. Had I known
And there is no one
before today,
that does it
I would
better.
have planned on going down there. Let's see what we have. Okay. The detail is all right, it appears. Let's get these sprues out of the bag and see what we can't do here. Obviously, I need a new hobby blade. There we go. And this guy as well. Wonder why these were bagged separate. Alright. So what do we have here? This looks like turret assembly. I did see a kit for the bigger cannon in metal parts, but I don't think it's gonna matter because I think that's the same size already. I believe the A designation means it has the big cannon. Looks like these are suspension and wheels, I guess. We have two of those frames. We have the lower hull. Oh, this thing is bigger than I thought it was going to be. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, as it is 1/35. Sprue A. What do we have here? Some kind of machine gun. Okay. Our upper hull. We have a bent part here. That sucks. The flashing, pretty bad. But I think we can make do. I really genuinely have no idea what I'm doing here, so I think we're just gonna stick to the dang instructions as much as possible and work slowly. Have fun with it. I do think we'll be adding some armor texture to it, though I don't know how heavy it would be on a kit like this, as it's not a tank. It is an APC though, so surely it has like some cast armor. Let's move this for now and take a peek at what our instruction manual tells us. It doesn't look all that complicated, honestly. I really like this Russian army setup here. I think that's probably more accurate to the Tarkov experience. Though I'm still not sure. We might do the Tarkola Holiday Special BTR. Potentially. Not really sure yet. Yeah. Okay. Iron Element says, think of it as a GW kit, but better in every way. Instant professional. Yes, I think that is probably fair. Now, something I find interesting here compared to the all the night shift content that I've consumed is I'm so used to seeing him assemble running gear and stuff first, whereas this is like putting the hull together first. So I really don't know where we're gonna start. What do y'all think? Do you think it should go with some texture on the hull, or should we just go smooth with it? I mean, I'm thinking texture, just because I want to do it. I don't know if it makes sense, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. All right, so it looks like we're gonna start with just this hull here. And we're gonna start with, I guess, applying texture to it. Maybe trying to make note of all the little holes and stuff in it. But yeah, let's get it out. Let's get it cleaned up. Let's start digging in. I have some Tamiya basic putty. What is this? What is this ad? The ad... that was a chat window only ad. I don't know if y'all have seen something like that on YouTube before. I think this will be probably a pretty relaxing experience compared to the Zabungle, and I think we can also maybe learn some stuff here and grow from that. I can see already that we have some broken bits here, which really sucks. Already have some broken parts on here. This is broken. All right, so obviously we're gonna need to like rebuild all these what do you call these? The little hinges for the hatches. So let's just go ahead and remove them and then plan on rebuilding those. Since they're already scuppered. Y'all probably can't see that. It looks like it's hella out of focus again. Where is our focus actually at? Let's see. How do I pull this up? Let's get our focus in. I guess that's about as good as it's gonna get, really. I'm telling y'all, the focus band is like 6 pixels on the screen. Can I do an autofocus? Let's try that. Nope. It will not focus on that. This camera sucks. Logitech. Boo earns. Bad shit. Be different if I could see the monitor too. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but I have to lean way over here so that the glare isn't on the screen. Where is the focus? For fuck's sake. Alright, we're just gonna move this out of the way. Maybe it's fucking with things. I just don't understand what we're meant to do here with the camera that won't focus that close. The crazy thing is like 90% of the camera's focus band is like literally a ½ inch away from it. Like, I don't understand. And the furthest focus it goes is that's all the way down. So I don't really understand how this camera is supposed to work for a webcam when the focal depth is about a foot. First assemble basic shape, then apply texture after, but before tiny details. Alright. Alright. Well, first things first, I think we're gonna remove all these little things. I probably need some sanding sponges, honestly. Man, it really sucks that these are broken right out of the box, but I mean, I don't know what I was expecting from an entry-level Russian kit. You know, I'm getting the quality that I should have expected. It will still be fun either way. Get in there and try to figure out where the focus is. It's fucking ridiculous. I wish I could show you all a screenshot of like what this looks like. So here, I guess I could draw it. I can draw it. All right, so we got this focus bar, right? We got our focus right here. Focus. And it's like this slider that's like this big. Yeah? Alright, so that right there is right here. Okay, and if I slide it this far to where it focuses here, it's right there. Yeah? So that's now focused kind of on the desk. And then if I slide it to, where is that actually focused at? About right there is right here. Okay, so here to here on this fucking bar is like from here to the camera. It's insane. Why would you ever need focus like all the way up on the camera? That is literally a centimeter away. Like, why am I even allowed to focus there? It's very silly. I guess the next upgrade for my workstation is probably a mirrorless camera. That's where we're at. We need a mirrorless. And that is very expensive. It's like a $600 upgrade. Okay, digressing. I'm going to try to keep this like at least half-ass usably focused today. And I think we're just going to get in here and clean. Looks like we have some kind of mold release agent on there. Or like a weird inconsistency to the plastic. I do really like these mold line or weld line details are really nice. Really fucking nice, actually. I don't know if these are ejector pin marks. I think they are. That's what they look like to me. Let's get in there. We're going to continue cutting off these loops. I haven't begun to consider what we're going to use to replace these, but I'm sure we can find something to make it work. Maybe little bits of plastic card, perhaps. I do have some cards somewhere. And I'm also thinking that we want We want some kind of battle damage, maybe. I'm thinking like an RPG hit or something. Because in the end, this is going in a diorama with the three folks who were inside kind of bailed out. Might open one of the hatches too. I haven't decided yet. We'll need to pick up a driver model if we're gonna do that. All right. It's gonna be pretty straightforward. I'd bet we're done within 3 weeks, maybe. In the meantime, if any of y'all out there have ideas to throw my way about a Tarkov-inspired diorama using the BTR, make sure to kick them down on the Discord or email me. Email is in the can be found at the YouTube page, or message me on Discord directly. Links in the description. That all works. And if it's neat enough, I'll incorporate the ideas. I've got a general idea of what we're doing, but based on the minis I picked up, we're going to have to kind of pivot my original scene, I think. I was going for the BTR being crashed. There's a little section on the map, Customs, where you run down next to a bridge and you cross this little river with just like planks and I think it's like a shipping crate that connects to a little island, and then you run across the river. And I was thinking we'd have the BTR crash there. In the game, there's like a little fishing boat. But I'm not so sure now, because one of the models is pointing downwards with the gun. So we need to have the BTR in kind of an elevated position, blasting at some scavs or something. Might could do something with the bridge. Dude, what are these ads here? Could paint a sexy lady on the side of it? It's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I think the normal skin in the game is kind of, it's very basic. It's just like a standard Russian army, like 3-tone camouflage. But there is the holiday one, which I think is really fun. It's painted up in Tarcola colors, so it's Coca-Cola red with the white like filigree, and then it says Tarcola, and it's got Christmas lights all around it. Okay, so it looks like let's get this thing back out. It looks like our instructions have us doing it's all little details all the way down. In fact, it looks like we assemble the top hole and the bottom hole very, very last. So I think here, what we now got to do is, I think we're going right into armor texture right here, because it's step one is like a whole bunch of little fiddly bits. So yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's get in on that. I guess we should do a little sanding first. And I know I have some. I know I have some around here. Let's use this 1000 grit. That's actually not. It's not gonna do. What grit is this? 328. How about some 600 grit? Maybe we'll start with the 328. We'll start with the 328. Oh my goodness. All right, give me just a second, y'all. I have a potential client. Someone wants to know, are you able to paint 3D models of wooden railway trains? Ooh. I actually don't know how to respond to this. Are you able to paint 3D models of wooden railway trains? I'm just gonna have to respond to that client, potential client, later. I gotta give that some thought. Alright. Anyhow, let's get back in on this. Let's find our focus again. Right there looks good. And we're just gonna try sanding some of these edges. I guess just all the way around. Clean up that edge. And if we bite off too much, we'll fill it back in with putty later. I just want this to not be, you know, plastic, cheap plastic modeling, but more scale modeling. Choo-choo, no brakes. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm thinking about it. I just don't really know. I think this guy's wanting some, like, perfunctory painting. And I don't necessarily think that my services are best for that. I generally charge, you know, for Tabletop Plus on Fiverr, not necessarily mass manufactured wooden choo-choo train. Gotta give it some thought before I reach back out to that prospective client. Oh, this sandpaper is doing exactly what I want it to. I think we're gonna go once more around it with the 600 grit. Oh, that is a fucking lovely noise that doesn't at all. Great on my nerves. Hit it with the 600. smooth out what we just did. Did I mention that I have no idea what I'm doing here? Like, not even a little bit? Alright. Good enough. Good enough. Alright. See what we can't get going on here. Hit stop on that. Bring this back out. All right, so I have a little brush here. I think we're gonna use, and I've got some Tamiya Basic Putty. We're gonna push this down closer to the desk. Got my little cup here. So let's get in with some putty. This stuff is really fun. We're actually going to thin this with acetone. So put out some putty. Stuff dries really fast. So we're going to thin it a fair amount. Get it very liquidy. Build the basic shape before ending those edges and texturing. So here's the deal on that, Mr. Mental. Are you saying just throw this instructions in the trash? Because I don't think there is a basic shape, is the thing. It wants me to glue It wants me to glue the chassis together as literally the very final fucking step. The last step is to glue the shape together. So are you saying to glue this, do this step first, then glue that onto this, and then just fucking pick and choose where I go through here? Because it looks like shit threads through the body. It looks like I cannot glue the bottom on before I glue the top together. I think the shape is done, actually. This is it. It's one piece. It's all surface greebling. Lower half is also a piece? Yeah, but the lower half has... There's stuff that goes through the lower half. Like, it gets threaded through the model here. So... shit goes on the inside of it. I think what I'm going to have to do... is... We can texture the top and the bottom. We can assemble this piece here. And then get the bottom ready for assembly. We can probably glue, what is this piece? D18 to whatever the fuck piece this is. It doesn't number it. The bottom hole to this back piece. We can probably glue those two together and texture these two and then texture that. And then we'll assemble the lower bits, and we can go back in and glue it all together here, and then we can go back and put all the top details, I think. It's how we're gonna have to do it. This is a very basic kit, after all. So yeah, I think we've got to texture. We got to texture this first. Unfortunately. And that needs more thinning. Just a little bit. I wonder how much we'll actually accomplish today in that regard. Alright, this needs to be cleaned out really good. Do I have an extra cap? We'll do this first pass of putty work, and then I think what we'll do is glue the bottom half together and get it ready for more putty work. And see if we can't maybe get in and start putting the wheels together today. Possibly. Don't really know. I do like that in my mind this is already shaping up to be another another project where you're going to be screaming at the screen, Mr. Mental. Alright, anyhow, let's get going on this. Where's our focus actually at? I think that's pretty good. Just create some texture, and then that'll be ready for sanding. Shit, I may even need to like remount some of these holes, maybe. Really don't know. But I do want to push the putty right up to them. I think we may actually need a bigger brush for this. It's doing all right. It's doing all right. We're just gonna stipple this whole fucking thing, I guess. The weld beads are fucking beautiful, though. They're very tiny compared to what I'm used to seeing on night shifts work. But they do look really good. The one thing I'm really going to have to give this kit credit for. They're very nice. Just gonna build up a whole bunch of texture though. It's gonna take literally 60 years to do. I think what we'll do here then, in that regard, is we're gonna run on this until, I guess until I'm bored of it, and then we'll assemble the bottom half. And kind of juggle back and forth and use those ADHD powers for good. Anyhow. What is going on? What goes on the back here? I maybe could glue something on there. I'll have to take a peek here in a second. Dude, is that? Where's the fucking focus? You know what? This camera be damned. Let's just move this closer so y'all can see this. The camera woes are really getting to me here. Let's get closer so y'all can see it. See what we're doing. We're just coming in with a... Where are we focused? Right here's good. Just coming in with some putty. And we're attacking it with the brush. I may have thinned it a little too much for this, but I don't want it super thick. It's not a tank. It's just an APC, you know? Right there. What are we? 3 minutes into the project, and I already and immediately have a ton of respect for Mr. Night Shift. Can only imagine the long hours that man is spending at a hobby desk day in and day out. I really don't know if it's better to do like a bigger brush for this or not. But either way, we'll go for a little while at this, and then we'll see what we can't pivot to once the boredom hits. I am definitely struggling to get this somewhere y'all can see what the fuck I'm doing. But you can see it's got like a little bit of a rough unevenness to it. And unfortunately, I think that this will be super necessary at this scale. As much as I'd like to snap it together like it was a dang old Gundam kit. We have some fun little minis that are going to go with it, and they're pretty detailed. I think what we'll do is we'll get through this panel here, up to that next weld line, and then we'll see if we can pivot to some other assembly step. Obviously, I don't want to just the whole stream, but this might end up taking hours. So we'll have to address that. By taking hours to do this. And again, I have no idea what I'm doing here. It's all new to me. I think there could be some kind of humor in like trying to emulate old night shift models and doing a piss poor job of it. Maybe breaking stuff along the way. Just about there. We can always come back in with some more acetone in our puddle of, like, this whole thing right here will reactivate again later. So not too worried about pivoting. Funny, I'm actually really just looking forward to the painting part of this and trying out some airbrush techniques and some weathering. Well, they call it pre and post shading as well. I really don't understand the terms. Gonna have to go back and watch some more modeling stuff. All right. Okay, so with one panel done, let's pivot to something else. We'll go back in and add more as we need it. I don't think this is going to need much sanding at all either. Looks really thin and subtle. All right, so we have this rough quality to the surface that should get picked up in the paint. An unevenness. I'm happy with that. Holy crap, I'm missing things, says Mr. Another Nate. I don't know what you're missing, sir. You're missing confusion. No irritation yet today. Well, maybe with the thumping dance music down the street is where the frustration lies. We're seeing that our APC here is mostly greebles. So because this chassis is all one big piece, there's no major assemblies there. We do have something that's got to go on the back. Oh, you know what it is? The bottom. Here, I'll get them out. We need to get a few things together here. Oh man, I should be filming this confusing bit. We're just dancing all around this instruction kit. Dancing all around it. What's going on here? What is going on here? This camera hates the white of this instruction manual. All right, so from here, we're gonna take this piece out. Gonna take this piece out, and then we're gonna clean it up, and we're gonna glue this piece on. I think it has other assemblies, but I don't think, well, I say I don't think things go through it, but it does look like a part goes through it. There's so many parts that pass through this body, unfortunately. It's like Mr. Mental recommended assembling the whole thing before texturing and sanding, but like this kit wants you to put all the greebles on before you put any of it together. Even right now, like I want to glue this to this so it's a solid piece, so we can then you know, work with it. But will we be able to do the pass through? I think so. I think so. And, you know, worst case scenario, we'll just put like a big explosion hole in it or something at that point. Now, let's get this going. Let's get this going. Besides, it's all footage of being confused and angry anyways. Where's that hobby knife? Where's that dang hobby knife now? There it is. I think that's enough footage of that. I'm gonna make something out of this. You know, that, and go as long as I can before the constant drives me insane. I gotta admit, living in such close proximity to this festival, makes me dislike dance music. All right. These connection points cut down. See how these are gonna marry together. There's a hellacious overlap there. No, there's not. There we go. These parts are going to require some serious work to get to go together nicely. Yeah, gonna be a whole bunch of gap filling there. Let's identify where our pass-throughs are. I think it's just right here. Step 10, don't glue. Oh, is there working linkage? Is that what's going on here? What is this part? B22. This is C sprue. Where's our B? Who goes there?
コムスターナイトハズビーンインザステーキビスケッツ4 19万ズ。コムスターナイトセレブレーツ19万ズオブメンバーシップ。へ19万ズ YO。オルソー YEYE.
YEYE, he said. Ridiculous. Thank you for 19 months of support, Mr. Comstar Knight. That is insanely generous of you. Thank you so much. You are a champion of the people. All right, here's sprue B. All right, B right here. So B22 and B14 are going to pass through this at some point. So I think, where does that actually go? This is so fucking unclear. I'm assuming it's the front wheels, but it really doesn't. That is not informative in the least. So in that case, I think we have to texture this. We have to texture this bit. We're gonna get these mostly textured up together. These are gonna get mostly textured. And then we'll have a pass-through piece here. So we'll have some of the gear assembled. Man, it sucks because I think you're right, Mr. Mental. There is a significant section here where these parts get married together, and then there's a bunch of gap filling that's going to go in, and then here as well. You know, I don't think it's too bad. We're going to have some mild sanding here, so I think what we'll end up doing is we can do most of the texturing. We can basically get this piece put together and textured, and then we'll put in the all the details on this and get this piece done. And then when we put these together, we've only got to really gap fill right here. Right here and up here. And we can basically just leave the sanding. Okay. Well, this is unfortunate. This is actually going to be more of a texturing stream than anything. Because it's all greebles. It's all greebles all the way down. It's all greebles all the way down. Okay. But that's fine. We'll switch to a bigger brush, I think, and get it done. Imagining hot older anime women saying this ada. I only recently have discovered that. I didn't know it was such a thing. Dude, let's get one of these old brushes. How about this guy? What about this? I think that could be a decent one. I want something like in the middle, though. How about, ooh, this one right here. I think this is our bit. This is our brush. Let's get this putty remixed up. I do love that this Tamiya putty just reactivates readily. We're gonna pivot to working on the undercarriage texture because it doesn't require as much precision as the top and is not as important. So we're just gonna get in there and start applying this shit. Let me see if I can't focus this somewhere useful for y'all. Right about there. I really just want to get this stuff on there, and then we can use our we can use the really heavily thinned down stuff here to just jab at it. I almost need a stiffer brush for this. I do want to keep this thing kind of protected, so we might even mask that off here in a moment. And obviously I don't know like historical accuracy of this stuff, where would actually be all textured, but I think in the end, even if we go a little bit like, you know, if it's not super accurate, it's still gonna look really good on the final product to have that subtle like texture to things, and it's gonna look really good. And I think this bigger brush will maybe not look as good, but it's all underside shit, right? So who really cares for most of it? Where's my focus? Dude, this camera sucks ass. I really am so let down by it. So let down with the Brio, especially at the price point. We need something better in the bullshit corner. We'll get there though. We'll get there eventually. Maybe with a nice, I've been eyeing the Canon M50 Mark II. I think it'll really upgrade not only the streams, but also like footage in general. Though I do think it will require a whole setup. Like an over-the-shoulder kind of frame. Like what do you call that stock? That extruded aluminum stock? Need a big frame made out of that. I think we're running out of acetone in this. Oh fuck. Yeah, we need more acetone. And I think we also need more putty. It's just called aluminum extrusion, yes, okay. That's what I thought, I just wasn't sure. I think a big frame of that stuff would be good. Somewhere to get the camera like up here. Or I guess on this side because I'm left-handed. The volume of the dance party down the street has increased a lot. Is drugs required to enjoy dance music? Is that what it is? Is that what I'm missing here? Should I just get really high on stream? I'm just kidding, I don't do drugs. Probably. Dude, it's so fucking loud, dude. Bum 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 bum. All day. And it will continue all day. It's a big event. It is Folsom Street Fair. A place where people come to dance and perform kink acts in public. Definitely a bad day to go to the store in my neighborhood. Unless you want to go out and gaze at lots of butts in leather and chaps. And if that's what you're into, then might I suggest checking out San Francisco in September to catch the Folsom Street Fair. I wonder if the pee pool guy is down there this year. If you're not aware of the pee pool guy, it is a man who chills in a pee pool, like a kiddie pool, and he gets peed on by people. That's what Folsom Street Fair is all about. Not my speed. I'm a prude. Dude. This thing is gonna look really interesting in the end. Alright, how do we deal with this? How do we deal with this right here? How do we deal with that, y'all? Am I just gonna cut out bits of masking tape, maybe? It's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I got this stuff right here. Got this stuff. It might do the trick. What do we do? We like put it on over, cross it like that, and then we'll go back in and cut the edges. That's what I'm thinking here. It's that lady singing about dirty things. Like, really get that on there, yeah? Put some right here. That. Yeah, surely that'll work. Where's my focus? Can we zoom in on that? So hard to juggle, y'all. There we go. Dude. I need a fresh blade for this, I think. Get a fresh blade out. The music's going like boom 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 now. I feel like you'd have to be on drugs to enjoy that music. It is just noise. It is rhythmic noise. And I imagine a lot of people down there are on drugs for sure. All right, here we go. Yeah, fresh blade may be the solution here. All right, let's see if we can't. So funny that this tape, like, sometimes it won't stick at all, and then sometimes it clings on for dear life. There we go. Yep. This was the solution. Aha. Well, we got a little gap right there, but that's fine. If we get a little putty in there, that's acceptable. Acceptable. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Okay, cool. Not that anyone will ever see that vent, but I feel like if I'm not, you know, taking care of it, then we'll all know. And that just won't do. All right. It's very aggressive, kind of dark dance music happening down there. Definitely like giving me like full-on sex dungeon vibes. That is way too thin. It's way too thin. Way too thin. Let's get some more putty in there. Alright. Putty. We do putty. We do putty. That's still kind of too thin. It's fine though. We'll build it up in a couple quick layers. As the acetone fucking evaporates, it'll be fine. Yeah. Plus that thinness will be really good for all these sections with the little peg holes. Get in here and hit this side. A little bit all over it. We got some like little surface detail-y bits here. I don't know what to do about those, to tell you the truth. I'm almost inclined to replace those rivets right there. Let's just get the putty over it. Let's just do it. I think it's thin enough that it'll be fine. And we can have a little bit of texture up to it without destroying things. I just want that surface texture. It's all greebles. This whole fucking kit is greebles. I think I just got a fingerprint there. So we'll push the we'll try not to hit those rivets too much here. And we can always go back in later and swab down the putty and reactivate it in a very targeted fashion. Where is it important? It's important here. Bling. Who goes there?
Nathan has been in the steak biscuits for 10 months. Nathan celebrates 19 months of membership. Nathan's paper tube as a perfect gift for your party and Iberian friends this holiday season. Now available with Tennessee tips and cancer orangutan.
Orangutan, he said. Holy shit, thank you for 19 months of support, Mr. Nathan. I can't remember what point I was making earlier, but I had called you out about something. It was something gently accusatory. I cannot remember. Damn, it was like at the very beginning of the stream. Oh my goodness.
Iron Elemental has been the jelly biscuits for 21 months. Iron Elemental celebrates 21 months of membership.
Holy moly. Fucking 21 months of support. I like that Mr. Mental just straight up one-upped you, Mr. Nathan. Thank you guys so much. That's insane to me. I don't know what you...
アナザーネートハズベインインザジェリービスケッツ4 22万ズ。アナザーネートセレブレーツ22万ズオブメンバーシップ。
Good lord, man. That's wild. 22 months, Mr. Another Nate. Thank you very much. You guys are the absolute best. You make this feel like a real channel, you know? Alright. I think that's like almost an acceptable amount of texture on here. It's there. It's definitely not super heavy. It's very, very light. But I can feel it. This is really nice. That came out super good there. And I was right. That looks thin enough that those are still gonna be fine. Someone's burning shit outside. Okay. What can we do from here? So this thing also needs like really heavy texturing everywhere. I think we can hit the same approach we did there. The problem is these weld lines are so fucking nice. I really don't want to lose those by attacking this with putty all willy-nilly. So I'm at a loss here. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna tell you, Nathan. It's fucking Folsom Street Fair today. That's what it was. And I gotta apologize for doing a modeling stream instead of going down there and taking pictures. It's definitely really fucking loud. Really fucking loud right now. Watch your fit with the putty shenanigans. I painted myself into a corner at least a few times. Alright, let me show you why we're doing it right now. Okay, so this kit is basically 3 pieces. Realistically, it's 3 fucking pieces. That's the kit right there. BTR 3 pieces. So all these surfaces need to be puttied, and we're having to do it like as the first step, because the way it goes together, the very final step is glue the top and bottom halves together. Boom, 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 boom. It's fucking like power fucking music out there. I'll tell you what, man. Leather Daddy dance music, crowd, not my speed. And it's right there. It's right there. I wonder if we could we see out there? I don't think so. I don't think there's any way I could show you what's going on out there. The thumping music covers up the plat plat music? Yeah, exactly. It is, I was actually looking at the Folsom Street Fair's, like, rules. They actually have a 3 strikes lewdness policy. It is definitely lots of dicks a-flopping out there today. It is definitely pink axe in public. All right, what am I doing here with the putty? How do we fucking approach this? How do we solve this issue? All these surfaces need to be puttied. I think we're gonna tack the front here up to these cupola bits. Like, I wish all of these things were separate pieces. That would make this so much nicer. I think what we can do is we're gonna mask this thing, and we can mask this thing, and we can probably attack most everything here. We just don't want to we don't want to cover over all these little like view holes. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I think the putty would, if the putty's thin enough, like filling these holes won't really be a problem because we can always ream them back out. And I think that's what we're gonna do here. Pee-Pool Man will always be there though. I did mean to go down there and try to talk with Pee-Pool Man. I did not realize it was today when I scheduled this stream. So that's my bad. What we're gonna do here, instead of like, fuck it. No sense being lazy. No sense being lazy. I was gonna say we could do like a kind of a half-assed masking and then just tighten it up, but I think we'll just do it the right way the first time. It's vibrating my building. I think I might actually hate dance music. You know, I've officially become old. I am the get off my lawn guy. I am the old man shaking his fist. It is so fucking loud. I know y'all can't hear it. It's just like the traffic. Oh my god. Please come off. There we go. This one also is held on by a little piece of... There we go. It's gonna be all day. It's gonna be like fucking 10 hours of this. Yeah, but trad model time is desirable as non sequitur fan geeking. Yes. Yes, non sequitur geeking. I'm trying to keep this on frame for y'all too. Man, I can't tell where the damn thingamabob is. The detail is too soft. I think that's close enough. That's close enough. Close enough. close enough. All right, that'll let me get in there with the dang hard putty. I'm gonna do a big old fat fucking dollop of that stuff. I think the secret to the music that's going on down there is that the copious amounts of MDMA that you're on make you think that it's actually music and not just noise. And of course, you're also on Blue Chews at the same time, so you're like, you know, just actively working to you know, working it, you know. How far off base am I there? I think that's what's going on. Alright, so what we got to worry about here is just a few little like window dealios, and then I think the beauty of this putty, of course, is that we can come back in later with a Q-tip and some more acetone, and we can clean it off of the bits where we don't want it. And I think that's just going to be my approach here to save some time in the assembly. Rather than sitting here for 3.5 hours applying this step with a tiny little brush. I'm never gonna have like full-on night shift level, not without, you know, some experience under my belt. So let's just accept that and treat this like a model kit. Or like a miniature kit, I mean, and get it good enough. Besides, I think the net time saved doing it this way and going back in later and cleaning it up will be really worthwhile. What, we got to ream out some holes and uncover some weld lines? No problem. He said acetone. That's far. Ah, yes. I do like acetone. I do enjoy a quality farting. Even these lenses, you know, I was worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Let's just get this texture on there. I was really looking forward to this texturing, and upon like looking at this kit and what is going into it, I think that it's just unfortunately going to be the worst part of the whole thing due to the way it's assembled. If this chassis had some like sub-assemblies, it'd be different, I think. Ooh yeah, acetone. I love acetone. It is the best. This shit is so thin. Because of it, it's not even gonna matter too much. Let's build it up where we can. So. It's kind of magic. Like, it's really, really liquidy. And then as you work it, it quickly becomes not liquidy and starts to build up those little brush attack marks. And it's really, really nice. It's gonna look so good. have that little bit of a rough surface once we hit it with the airbrush work. I'm really looking forward to that. To the painting. I just like... They must be going for like a really fucking dark theme. It sounds like dungeon. It sounds like ninth layer of hell demon fucking music. Not that I'm equating any evil to that. Just like just kind of that theme to it today. It's power fucking music. And you know, that makes sense though, because I was looking at some of the flyers on the website, and they definitely had some folks in that kind of like costuming. All right, there we go. Let's hit some texture on this back bit. Oi, mister, why you text under the turreting? That's gonna mess with the fit? Cause I'm in a hurry. That's all. I'm just gonna have to sand it later. I didn't even think of it, Mr. Mental. That's the honest truth. Oh man, these details are really soft. Those are really soft details. Shit fire. The texturing is really thin too, though. It's really thin. Very subtle layer. I want this thing covered over. Honestly, it got textured over. I have soft belly details. Ooh, yeah. Alright, let's get this thing. I want to preserve this little fan. So let's there we go. Get this thing textured up too. And then we can start maybe actually gluing some stuff together today. Yeah, this is really thin. So thin, in fact, that any like meaningful texturing will probably need a second pass to read. And I'm okay with that, though. We'll get the really subtle stuff on first, and then after we kind of start getting things glued together, we can do another fine pass with the smaller brush, and unify things before sanding it back. Alright, speaking of turret, I think we should probably texture the turret body as well. So let's find where that's at. I think it's mostly just this bit here. It also has really nice weld lines on it. Yeah, let's get this thing textured, and then maybe actually glue something together today. Wherever we get to today, what I'll do is I'll put a pin in this at the end of the afternoon, and then we'll dive back in next Sunday. That is an ejector pin mark. We're gonna sand that with the hobby knife. We'll scrape it. All right, let's get some more putty going. Some real thin putty, and we're just gonna fucking attack the surface of this thingamabob here. It's really, really, really thin. I mean, you can see it's kind of flowing like water, almost. Can I hold this in such a way that I can actually hold it? I don't think so. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I think that has our surfaces at least first pass textured. So once we start assembling it, we can do a little extra work on some of the bits. I think what we should maybe do is start working on the underside rather than the top, because this is just straight up, this is greebles, this is hatches. We're gonna have to rebuild all the little doohickeys that we had to remove, like this thing. Need to get a little more cleaned up. Holy shit, time really flies when you're having fun, don't it? Shoot-de-whoop. See what we can't do here. Back on top messages because an ad played. All right. What do we want to do here? I think we're just going to skip all of that right there for later. So we're just fold this under. And I think we want to start on all this. So we've achieved some decent detailing there. good enough at least. Maybe a second pass on some of this stuff that's going to be more visible behind the wheels. So some of that there. Yeah, especially now that this acetone's kind of evaporating off. Under here is unnecessary, but I want that right there. Yeah. These bits they're going to be really mostly covered, so I'm just going to do the second pass here as we start to put in our I don't know what you call this, the gear assemblies, the wheel assemblies underneath. Just want a nice rough look, especially on these bits. Okay. That looks, yeah, I can actually feel a gentle texture there now. Okay, so we want to dig in on step 8. And we're going to start with B12 times 2, B15 times 2, and B13 times 2. That is pretty complicated assembly. So let's find our B frame. This is our, who the fuck knows, E? There's our B frame. Oh, there's 2 B frames. Okay. 2 B frames. Which means there are 2 wheels with linkage. All right. So let's get in here with, get our cement. Let's get our nippers. Let's maybe record some of this. B12. B12. I'm confused here. Okay, 8 is in the front. B12 to the front. B12 to number 9. And then the back 2 wheels are stationary. Okay, yeah, linkage on the front. I think. No. Linkage on 10. What is 10? I'm confused. This one goes... I really don't know where the fuck this is supposed to go in. I'm guessing it's going into... the front too. So like these bigger holes will get the linkage that goes through. That makes the most sense to me. You're a complicated assembly. Yeah. Why you have to go and make things so complicated? Who the fuck sung that? Is that Avril Lavigne? Is that who it was? Oh, man. I just wonder who is in charge of the theme of the design committee for Folsom Street Fair, and who fucking decided, ah yes, we're gonna do D&D Devil Dungeon Sex Party music. It definitely, that's the vibe. Avril, yes, okay. Because trained professionals don't take the easy route. We be cool and all. Ah, yes. Cool as a cucumber. That one's for you, Mr. Mental. Alright, I'm going to fill my coffee. Give me just a second. And we will stick in on assembling. We're going to assemble 8 and 9 right here. We're going to do these front biddly bobs right here. Yeah. Start assembling running gear. Not running gear. Suspension. It's going to be awesome. Devil Dungeon Sex Party is very Ottoman vibe. No, it's very much getting railed by a demon type music. Getting dominated by a demon. Not like in the like the religious context. No. More like that hot dicking down version. Give me a second, I'm gonna fill my coffee. The trees are kind of blocking the view from my little window. I was gonna take a picture for y'all. Oh, I left my fucking coffee. Alright, I'm coming. Come in back. Shitting in my pants. Alright. Back to paint stream. Cumcomber, that's a hairdresser who does happy ends. You're no real thing. That's funny. Alright, so I want to film assembling step 8. That's what we're going for here. So let's get this thing out. Get that thing out, you know what I mean? I think we could maybe change the camera angle on this as well. How? Let's get right in front of the fucking camera with it. Alright, so we're going to show the camera this one right here. We're going to find B12 right here. We're going to pop it out. Boom, 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 boom. We need B15 times 2. Oh my god, those things are so tiny. They're so tiny. I'm gonna break these probably. They're so tiny. B15. Now I need a B13 somewhere. B13 are these things. See, the music is slowed down now a little bit. It's still kind of aggressive, but it's like, it's still keeping up that energy. You know, it's just in the refractory period at the moment, I think. All right, so there's our things. There's our things. What do we need? We need redeem nudes. There we go. All right, let's see about cleaning this shit up. Is that gonna work?
Hot.
Yes.
Moist, spicy moods.
I could probably boost the volume on your audio there, Mr. Nate, actually. What do you think? Up by like 50%? There's some mold lines on this part. We're gonna clean them up. Oh man. So, for those of you who don't know, over the last couple days, in the evening, hanging out on the Discord, I have been cleaning catalyst mold lines for 2 fucking days. And I gotta say, when you can take that hobby knife and just fucking whoop, one little scrape across the styrene and it's gone, it's so much fucking better than digging and digging and digging at PVC that just hangs on for dear life. Catalyst, when are you going to get a styrene? The answer is never. Alright, there's that one. See if we can't clean up our little... Dude, this thing is so small. Clean our little shock absorbers, I guess is what these are. I really don't know how important this is to get these clean. And I wonder how much of this we could do in like sub-assemblies. I'm wondering if we could assemble these things and then not glue them into the hull and pop the wheels out individually. But probably not, because this one gets linked up, I guess. It's so confusing. I just don't understand. This is so fucking confusing right here. So does does B9 right here link into this part? Right there. Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Holy moly. Okay. So yeah, I think what we're going to try to do is to assemble these parts on the body right here. So get all that shit put together. I don't actually understand where that's supposed to go. That doesn't look like the part here. What does that glue into? Holy shit, this is so fucking confusing, y'all. There's some very tiny parts here. Pie, yes. Yes, pie indeed. Okay, so this shit is so confusing. Oh, they cannot be a sub-assembly. Okay. So that's so weird. This part gets put on up here, right? So this thing gets put on. And I'm so fucking confused here. So I think this piece goes all the way in and sinks down to the bottom. So like this thing's all the way down there. And then we're gonna have some steering assemblages come through here. And then there's like a second arm that goes over top of that. So we can't even get in here and paint this without also painting the these parts. Okay. Well, that sucks. We're not going to be able to do sub-assemblies. This will be a difficult paint because of that. But that's fine. It doesn't need to be super high quality. It is just but one part of a diorama after all. They're done with the refractory period, and we're back to doof 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 doof. It just has like there is an overall menace to the like tone of the music. Very aggressive. Alright, so let's get these mold lines cut down. Oh, that almost hit the floor. Alright. Let's just fucking glue this thing together. Let's just do it. Right? Let's just get in there and get it done. Alright, so this part goes I think B15 needs to go in first. And I can't tell which way it goes. I think the holes are actually like really, really oversized for this. Kind of meant to go in like that. It's actually like a gigantic hole. Are we sure this is the right part? It is B15. It calls for B15. This hole is like really, really, really oversized for what we're doing here. Okay. I wonder what the approach here is then. We may need to use our Gorilla Glue for this. If it's going to be hard to paint, just mud it up instead. It'll be under hull, so that's supposed to be messy. Yeah, I think you're right, Mr. Mental. I think that's exactly what we're going to end up doing. Okay. Let's do another shot here. Let's get a toothpick. And we're gonna have to use our Gorilla Glue for this. Oh, dude, we need a sexy lady. Oh shit. We need a sexy glue lady. Who is it today? Is it that one? Is that it? Is it the first one that came out and that's just what we're using? Yep. Yes, it is. Little drop of thin cement, gonna easily stay flexible to align it with the next part. The problem is, let me see if I can illustrate this. Oh my god, fucking bags. Let me zoom this way the fuck in so y'all can see. There's nothing for it to like grip onto. Where is my preview window? I got a preview window. First off, here's our sticker today. Or our glue. Alright. So you see the tremendous size of this hole right here. Tremendous size of that hole. And here's the size of the peg that goes in there. It's so small you can't even see the tip of the peg there. It's like a fifth of the width of that hole. Do we fill that hole with putty then and punch a little hole into it? We keep that sticker as reference for a freehand pinup on the skull, on the hull. Yeah. No, not super fast glue. No gorillas. Are you saying so? So keep this one and paint that on the hull instead. Okay. Hold on. Let's find another one for gluing then. Find a different one for gluing. Here we go. This one will get glue on it. How's that one? Yeah. Just never ending. Could be a good plan. Blob of putty, mash the stick in. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because that is such a tiny little hole. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll hit it with a drop of super thin cement afterwards. All right, so pro video. We're gonna get out our Tamiya Basic again. And we're gonna use a tiny bit of it there. And we're gonna get it on the end of a toothpick. I'm gonna fill that hole kind of like that. And then we want our little bit here. And we're gonna mash it in place. Yep. Like that. That actually worked fucking beautifully. I can't believe it. I'm gonna do the same thing for the second one. And in theory, that should keep them nice and flexible too. We're gonna grab the tip of this thing. I'm gonna mash it in there, just like the last one. Rotate it until it is the correct orientation. Now, beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So now we're gonna take this thing here. Oh no, we got to put in this part as well. Now see, this one is supposed to go into a hole that doesn't exist, unfortunately. Or maybe it's meant to have a hole. I wish there was a better picture for the reference here. I can't tell where it actually mounts. If it does. I think it's meant to go there. Maybe. Still a little dry fit thingamabob. Oh, I see. Supposed to kind of... I'm gonna stop recording because I have no fucking clue what this is supposed to be or where it's supposed to go. I think this may actually connect into B9. This may actually punch into B9, which is this part here. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking silly. I guess it's just telling you, you better not screw up putting it together. So that goes here like that, I guess? Yeah. Alright. That's what we're doing then. We're on the putty plan. We're on the putty plan. And then we're going to grab this little part. And then there it is. It lives there now. All right, so we're going to try to get this part in there as well. And then I guess we need to try to align the shock absorbers into these holes. There's one. I can't see what the fuck I'm doing, unfortunately. Alright, and then we push down the back end of this. Ah, perfect. Dude, that actually, almost worked. I can't actually tell if this part here is correct or not. This does not look correct. This part does not look correct. And I can't tell. It's alright, if we can pull it out later if we need to. Alright, so we're gonna get our Mr. Cement S and we're gonna lock in what we know is correct. Not gonna worry about that like middle bit. We're just gonna get our dude, my Mr. Hobby cement is not full enough to hit the brush anymore. Do a little dabby do right there. Little dabby do there. Little dabby don't there. And then this thing, we want to make sure that's sealed. And we can come in and we're going to lock this into place right here. Yeah, see? Now see, this music much more happy and uplifting. Doesn't make me think of Pounding Butthole. Alright, we got one little doohickey on there. And it's filmed, so rinse and repeat 8 fucking times. Or you can pull the brush out of the cap just a little to extend it. Wait. What do you mean? No, not really. Not enough, unfortunately. But that's okay. I used a lot of this. Alright, that was fucking tedious, but it looks like we have one of these doohickeys done. So now we need to repeat that on the other side, right here. So time to back and relax and just get shit done, and we're 2.5 hours in. Holy fuck. Let me ask y'all something. Am I actually just having fun here? Is that what's going on? Is this actually fun? Unlike the Caprico kit, I think I've always heard that time flies while you're having fun, you know? Would I recommend this kit? No. Would I recommend a kit? Yes, I think so. Damn it. Are you telling me hobby is actually fun? Alright, so we want 2 15s, 1 13. Wait a second. Oh, there it is, okay. Alright, so we gotta cut these things down. And start cleaning mold lines. And I try to figure out where the camera is so y'all can see. I'm just gonna come in here and scrape off our little mold lines.
Well, you want to woo woo.
Well, you wanna woo woo.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
Some
what I'm
neighbors are saying
saying?
way too loud.
That's only in the morning. You supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock.
He says it's like an alarm clock, but I guess it depends on how early is too early for this. Big old King Tiger Kid is fun. Already eyeballing a little buddy for him in the shape of a Panzer IV. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So this kit is supposed to be a diorama representing the local Country Fried Minis Hangout Tarkov group. I got some fun little models, and I recently found some like Stalker style models that look like they'll be good scav stand-ins. It's basically a trio of fellers on a stranded BTR, fending off the locals. It'll be fun. It'll be good to get back in the spirit of dioramas, especially with the failure of the Armadillo Man, which we'll revisit someday and get done. I still have it right there. Those mold lines under control. It might, I should be like a little bit more over here. The diorama. Yeah, exactly. I did refrain from getting any like dead bodies in the diorama. There was a really nice one. There's an eBay seller. Oh, I can't remember the name of them. It's like Ukrainian model shop or Ukrainian model company. I can't remember. But they have a whole bunch of really fun kits, including some like some wounded and injured folks. Okay, so here we want to do that same deal. A little bit of putty at the base. A little bit of putty at the base. Tweezers on. And we'll stick that dang old suspension bit right there. This cool tuxedo? Yeah, it sure is. Scraping peg with Country Fried Minis, yeah. With the scabs, you can put all the stereotypes in. Knifing bastard, rat in a bush. Some idiot with a way too big backpack and a bright blue idea ops vest. So I really struggled to find like proper scav models. But I did find some stalker-esque guys. There's a dude. There's a pair of fellers with like kind of bedraggled jeans and jackets with a hood. Their hoods are up. One has an AS Val. Oh, this isn't working. One has an AS Val with like the that stereotypical there's this stock that you see that's got like a tourniquet wrapped around it. He's got that, and then I got a pair of them in like kind of weatherproof outfits, like heavier jackets and leather gloves with gas masks. So there's a pair of those guys. And then I found a dude. I don't think he's meant to be a scav necessarily, but he's got that look. He's got like the he's got a big backpack and an AK-74 with no optics on it, and he's got like the Momex balaclava on, and that's gonna go in there. And then there's a really awesome looking dude in like a motorcycle jacket with the hood pulled up and a gas mask on, and he's laid back with a sniper rifle. So the overall kind of theme of the scene is like the BTR's crashed and there's these scavs there. There's a dude with a big machine gun who's like scattering two of the scavs. There's another guy rounding the corner and charging towards two of them, or shooting at two of them. And then there's another guy charging a scav that's sneaking up. And then up at the top of the scene somewhere is this dude aiming a sniper rifle at the at one of the characters, one of the main characters. I think it'll be really fun. I've got a decent mental image of what it's going to look like, but obviously I really won't know until the models arrive. And some of them are coming from far away. In fact, I bought a couple of them from that Ukraine model company. I was shocked to see that US is still getting mail out of Kiev. Of course, that is obviously subject to change at any time, of course. All right, let's get this bit applied. All right, so that's in place. We're gonna do that same thing now. Let's slide our suspension arm down enough. But we want to get our shock absorbers in place first. I need 4 hands for this, dude. I think that's correct. See if we can't push it down now. Almost. There we go. Those are in position. I'm gonna push this thingamabob down till it seats. All right, cool. And this suspension thing, not really sure. How that's supposed to do, but we can always dissolve the putty later if we need to. Oh, look, ads. I love ads. Make the BTR drag a stolen ice cream vending machine behind it. The fiend got a fill of state. That's not a bad idea. I always think I want to use helping hands, but whenever I try to use one non-involving super hot element, it always seems to get in the way. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Honestly, for something like that, it's almost like you just need a homie or a partner or whoever you got around hobbying with you to reach over and like put a dollop of the requisite chemical where you need it. All right, super thin doing its thing. We're gonna lock it in back here too. Oh shit. Why did that shift so bad? That was wild. I maybe should have locked it in on the back first. Oh, it just hella melted really quick. That little bit of Mr. Cement did a number on that part there. Are you saying that this cheap Russian styrene is just super susceptible to hobby cement? Just melts hella fast. That was wild. I think we're actually going to come in here and melt that down too, since this cement softens the putty as well. Yeah, there we go. Get that all joined together. Same on this side here. Yep. Those are going to be nice and sealed on now. Fuck yeah. Continuamos. My wife works the accelerator for me pretty often. Yeah, exactly. More than once I can think of moments where I've been hobbying with homies and like, hey, come over here, will you spritz that stuff? Great for soldering, terrible for modding. Yeah, exactly. Another Nate says, a really elastic foreskin also helps oddly shaped bits together for gluing. Ah, yes. It needs to be 6 foot long, though, and ported. I agree. I agree. You can jump rope with it at that point, you know? Holy fuck, it's almost 3 o'clock. It is almost 3 o'clock already. This is hella fun. Nice change of pace. I bet that's what's going on here. Okay, so part 9 here, interestingly enough, has us putting a single support on it. So I guess 9 gets this. I'm so fucking confused. This is so confusing. I mean, it definitely looks like both of these are going to get the steering apparatus. It looks like it here. Anyhow, let's do this step right here instead of worrying about that right now. Always keep a 5-gallon bucket of lemon juice around for your power washers. Keeps things clean, if you know what I mean. No, I don't. I think getting the lemon juice like blasted under the skin might be a bad time, to tell you the truth. Wait, how do I do... Where's 11 come into this? 11 is this part. 11 and then 5. 11 and 5. 6 goes on top. Times 2. I think I actually need another sprue for this. Yeah. Because this requires 4 B12s, and there's only 2 on this sprue. So we need the 12 off of this. Nightbot? Really? Redeem Pop Cat. Use a pen and write on the instructions to keep track of what you've done. There's not a ton of reasons to give in. To go in any particular order is kind of depending on your process more than anything. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, and I'm going to do that right now. Largely because I'm texturing the hull. Like I've started with step 8. Technically, we've only done this step right here. That's it. Check mark. Done. Wow. Yeah. Good idea. Good idea, sir. Good idea. And now we're working on number 9. Now we're working on number 9. Okay, let's get those off. Let's just clean parts real quick. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm bothering with this. No one will ever see these mold lines. Not in a million years. Tell you what though, doing this really brings into perspective how small some of the fucking parts Mr. Night Shift are working on. Works on. Also helps to remove variables when you're trying to figure out what goes next. The writing does. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm on board with this. I think it's a great idea. Alright, so we got our 2 12s. And now I need 2 more 2 more B15s. They give me a whole bunch of 15s. Oh, I need a fuck ton of B15s is why. I see. You end up needing a whole bunch of them. Alright, so we have 15 right here. That is side cutter time. There we go. Uh-oh. There's some kind of MC out there. I hear indistinct enthusiasm building efforts for the dance party outside. All right, let's clean up these parts here. Where are we at? We're at 2:49. Man, 3 hours already. This is hella fun, but I think we're gonna call this after 3 hours because I've got some other hobby stuff that I have to get done. That's more work, unfortunately. Is less for you know, fun and for video stuff, and more for I've been paid to do it and need to do it. So I need to save some of the hobby energy today and spend it on that. But y'all can count on next Sunday diving back into this project again. I'm going to aim for a consistent Sunday show. Bring this back. We're going to get this model done, and when we're done with this, we will we'll finish the Caprico after that, and then I have a Gundam after that. Talking about a ton of bits, my Tanky has 208 separate track links and 400 something pins to stitch them all together. Whoa, that's crazy. Plastic tracks or metal on your kit? Dude, I think we're about to bring this little bit back to life. Plastic. Okay, nice. Articulated plastic kits. Let's put a little acetone in there. See if we can't give that a nice revitalizing. I don't want it too thin. I basically want this the same thickness as it would be out of the tube, but man, the Tamiya Basic Putty kind of fucking rocks. And I highly recommend having it in your kit. Thank you for sending it my way, Mr. Nathan. You have unlocked some hobby stuff for me with this care package inclusion. Maybe my favorite thing out of that package. I don't know. The pastel set is going to be really fun to paint with. All right, and then we want another big old dollop of this shit right there. I was watching a Plasmo video last night, and Saw him using the hell out of this stuff to fill in some problems on a aircraft kit. That was really cool. We need to remove that excess right there. There we go. Plastic, but ABS instead of styrofoam to make them more durable. Ah, yeah, it's still nicely paintable. Yes, yes. That sounds fucking cool. Push this into place. Remove the excess putty. I think we'll get both sides assembled and then we'll hit it with the extra thin. Yeah. While this shit is still usable. So same over here. We're gonna put a little bit of putty in that hole. There's way too much putty. But who cares? Who cares? You can always... Oh, it's the Doodum song. And then we want another fat dollop of this putty before it dries out. I'll put it right there. Cram this bad boy in place. Doodum. Doodum, doodum, doodum. Doodum. Doodum, doodum. Pull off that excess. Let's get this boy in place here. Got some cleanup to do yet. Very nice. Looks like it's coming together pretty well. It's been slower going than I would like, but it has been so much fun, Mr. Square Peg. Doodum. Doodum. See if we can't. I think we might actually be a little jammed up from the... There we go. Never mind. Just had to break through. Had a little excess there from the texture efforts. All right. let's give these parts a little extra thin love. Make sure this boy is pressed all the way home. Same here. This one needs a little extra thin love right there. All right, we're gonna come in underside. Rub on that a little bit there. Those parts welded together. Same here. Same here as well. Ooh, let's weld that in place there. It's too much. Way too much. All right. So from here, we'll take our cement and we'll use it to melt the putty we have here. Just really move that around till that welds with our thingamabob. We'll do the same right here. All right, I need to add a little note in the margin here. Let's see. We're gonna give a check mark there. We're gonna do be sure to melt putty under B13. There we go. Cool. Alrighty, y'all. That's 3 hours. That's what I set out to do today. This is fun, and I could definitely keep going. But I think what we'll do is we'll save the next section for next Sunday. Plan for another 3 hours. If any of y'all out there are working on your own kits besides Mr. Mental, I'd love to hear about it. Please don't hesitate to share in the Country Fried Minis Discord if you're not already a member. If you found this via the algorithm after the fact and have any tips, tricks, anything, any comments, any thoughts on the process at all, do not hesitate to leave me a comment. I'm going to read them all. It's going to be heckin' fun. And we're going to get there and get this 135th BTR done up. Who knows how long it'll take? Probably like, I don't know, 4 weeks of work and then 4 weeks of painting. Something like that. The whole intention is to have it done like mid-November to coincide with the release of Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov 1.0. So yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to save my energy and direct it into some less fun hobby stuff. And I will catch y'all in the future. You have a good day. Goodbye. That man done threw a dang old flashbang at us. Here, I'm gonna give you one of these, Mr. Comstar.
I am the cream, yeah. The cream of the crop. And there is no one that does it better.
Lizard, lizard, lizard.